Hello and welcome back to another how-to video from your friends here at Legislative Services. In this video we're going to talk about how to use our annotated handbook. Now this is something that we've had in the works for a while. Similar to the interpretation library, we finished it this year, so it's brand new for the 2018-2019 handbook and for the academic year. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to use it and when you would use it, and then I'm also going to kind of walk you through what all those different links mean and how to utilize this to the best of your ability. So first things first, this is the front page. You can obviously get here by going to NAIA.org. You want to make sure you're on the 2018-2019 season or official policy handbook. I'm going to go to page 40. I know that's where Article 5 starts. And so currently we've only done the annotated handbook for Article 5. So at the beginning of Article 5, up here, these several links here go back to 2011-2012 academic year. And what you're going to do, and I'm going to click on this just a second, but if you wanted to see, oh, this student participated or was in school in 2013-2014, you would click on that link and see what changes were made that year, what new changes came about at that time. So let's go to 2014-2015. I'm going to open it up in a new tab. And so this is what it looks like. Whenever you click on that link, it takes you to the 2014-2015 annotated handbook, and it shows you right up here at the top what was new this year, what was added, taken out, what were the changes that were passed by the membership and became effective for the 2014-2015 season. So first things first, you can tell right here, Article 5, Section B, Item 8, which is the definition of identification, and then Article 5, Section B, Item 18, which is the season of competition bylaw. So just right up here, you can tell, okay, these are the two bylaws that were changed. And down here, we're going to show you exactly what it looked like in the 2014-2015 handbook at that time. So let's say you had a student that was competing or was in school and you wanted to make sure that he identified, or maybe he didn't identify for the 14-15 season. So you're going to go back and you want to use the definition of identification from that time. So you're not applying today's definition of identification. You would apply the definition of identification at the time the student was enrolled. So here, just like the rest of our handbook, anything that's underlined, it was new for the 2014-2015 season. So you can tell that they added this exception. They also added this note and then a little piece down here for note 3. So that's what those first links look like. So we'll go back here. So these links right here, these are going to show you all the changes for that particular year. So some years there's a lot more than other years, but you're going to be able to go back and see all the changes from that particular year. Now let me scroll down a little bit and show you the other place where these are. So as we just talked about, the definition of identification has undergone some changes over the years. So Article 5, Section B, Item 8 is the identification. People that are handling eligibility on campus know that identification is a massive part of our bylaws. So it's kind of shocking that it's only gone through a couple of changes over the years, but they have been major. So at the end of Article 5, Section B, Item 8, or the definition of identification, there's going to be this link down here. And so it shows you that it was changed, that there were additions or changes made in 2012, 2013, and 2014. So those dates indicate what fall semester it was. So as we looked at a minute ago, we looked at the 2014-2015 handbook, so that would be this final 2014. So it was revised in 2012, 2013, 2014. Let's go ahead and open this up in a new tab. There it is. So what this does is it shows you the changes in reverse order. So most recent at the top, and then as you scroll down, it shows you the changes later on. So we're going to start 14, and then we're going to go to 2013, and then 2012. Right? So again, a big thing to notice here is the effective date. When did this change become effective? So let's start here at the bottom. So Article 5, Section B, Item 8, the definition of identification was changed on April 16th, or was changed for the 2012-2013 academic year, and the changes became effective on April 16th, 2012. So that means that these changes would have been in place until the next change. So the next effective date was April 23rd, 2013. So just over a year, this definition was valid. And so if your student was enrolled and you're wanting to figure out if they're identified during that time period, then you would use the changes from 2012-2013. So that's VB8. So continuing on, as you can see, we do these for any of the bylaws that have changed in Article 5 in the last about 10 years. We have included them in the annotated handbook, and these links and everything will be updated every year. So if there's a new change, something gets added or taken away, we will be able to update that. And our ultimate goal is to include it in more sections. But right now, Section 5 is the biggest, or Article 5 is the biggest area. So same thing down here with institutional credit hour. Underwent some changes in 2012 and 2016. As we continue down, so this prospective student has only been changed once. Let's keep going on down here to seasons of competition, and as you can tell, seasons of competition, the definition has changed a ton since 2011. So been a lot of changes there. A lot of that has to do with unattached. So if you're going to look and see if a student maybe met unattached criteria in a previous season, you're going to need to go down here and see what unattached criteria was in place at that time. So you're going to use this link down here at the bottom. So it's pretty straightforward. Hopefully you guys can kind of figure it out. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, because I know that there are some people out there that are old school like me that like to print out the bylaws in the handbook. And so what we've done is at the very end of the handbook, we have put the annotated bylaws or the annotated handbook for your convenience. So even if you do print it off, you can always go to the back and find this table of contents, which is nice and clean. Thanks to Brenda White for putting that together. And then it starts right at the top. So the last 10 years, Article 5, Section B, Item 8, the definition of identification. That's the first the first change that we've had in the last 10 years or so. So it's going to be right there at the top, and they just go straight in order, and it's the same. It's set up the same way as whenever you click on those direct links. So it starts at the beginning or at the most recent change and works backwards, right? So even for you people that print it off, old school people, you can still utilize the annotated handbook. You're just going to have to flip to the back of the handbook. So if you guys have any questions about this, if you're interested in learning more about it, please feel free to give Legislative Services a call, 816-595-8180. You can always email us at legislative@naia.org. And we'd always appreciate additional ways that we can make the handbook better. This is for you guys. So we use it all the time. We're pretty familiar with it. You guys might use it a little bit less. So if there's anything we can do to try to help make this better and easier to use, please let us know. But that is your how-to video for Annotated Handbook, and we look forward to bringing you more of these videos. Hope everybody has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.